What's going on, everybody? I'm Half-Deezy. Welcome to another episode of Smile Mah Podcast. This episode, I kind of wanted to go through the entire Durk case, where it stemmed from, why they believe that he's responsible for all these allegations up until the arrest. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, for anybody who's been a long time Durk fan or anyone who follows OTF, you already know that back, I believe, November 5th, 2020, King Von was taken out in front of the hookah lounge, Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. Here's the footage from the actual fight. Now, as you can see, it's real tragic how it happened. I believe Lul Tim ended up getting off for those charges, I believe, as far as murder, because I think they looked at it as self-defense. But what's interesting about that is that happened November. Yeah, I believe July. That's when Lil Durk's house was broken into.
July 11th, 2021, a little after 5 a.m., intruders broke into Lil Durk's home inside the gated community, Chateau Alon neighborhood of Brazelton. Neighbors would hear shots ringing out as Lil Durk, along with his girl, India, stood their ground and shot it out with the intruders on some Bonnie and Clyde type vibe. The intruders would flee as Durk and India was too handy with the strap to get caught lacking. Imagine getting the drop on your op, planning to catch him when he's most likely asleep, invade his home, and then be the ones running when not only him, but his girl start busting back at you.
Now, we never heard anything else after that as far as who could have been connected to that break-in, but could it have stemmed from what happened that night in Atlanta? I don't know. A lot of people have speculated, but all of that, the reason why I show that clip is because there was an interview recently with 50 Cent on The Breakfast Club, and he said this.
Yeah, and even with Durk, I was telling him, like when I had him, he was in New York. We did the power thing.
Mm-hmm. That's first and last acting role at this point, right now.
But we did the not the acting role when we was doing the theme song for Force.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
The Chicago version. Yeah. Then, like I was like, yo, this is them, right? It's the real shit, right? He's like, yeah. And I said, yo, just watch him. His crew. Because he said that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I've always had that energy myself in the middle of everything that was going on.
When you said that to Durk, what was his response to you?
He said, you know what? He said, somebody just came in my house. How do they know exactly what the address is? I don't give my address to nobody. Like, this is not, because something happened.
The robbery in Georgia?
Yeah.
When India had to shoot?
He went straight to talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
So that would lead anybody to believe that although like Durk had his people around him, maybe he didn't fully trust them all the way, obviously, right? Now, as 50 said, Lil Durk was telling him that, you know, somebody broke into my house, don't nobody know my address. So that right there would automatically tell anybody that there's some kind of leak within the circle. Okay, so now let's fast forward to August 20th, 2022. And this happens.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say shot at a Savannah rapper, killing a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath. Shots fired, a fight taken to the streets, and this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. It all started at this mobile gas station at 5:30 Friday evening. LAPD says witnesses heard multiple gunshots, then watched a couple cars zoom off. 3 people in one car shot at this black Cadillac Escalade. It's unclear if those inside shot back.
Can I get some space, please?
It ended at Santa Monica Boulevard. Deputies found it peppered with bullet holes and a shattered window.
Now, it was tragic that Lul Pab lost his life, you know, because he was there in LA with Quando Rondo doing their thing, and then all of a sudden they're pumping gas and they're getting blasted at. Now, I'm sure neither him nor his team, obviously, none of them were expecting that. And that day is when they alleged that Lil Durk was the one behind it, because this happened.
New for us here at 5 o'clock, Grammy Award-winning Chicago rapper Lil Durk is facing new charges in a murder-for-hire plot.
I decided I had to finish, but the media called me a menace.
Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Banks, is facing 2 additional felony charges, including conspiracy. He's accused of conspiring with others to murder a rival rapper in Los Angeles in 2022, but the shooters missed their intended target and killed someone else.
I know the biggest thing is people are trying to figure out who these informants are. Now, when it comes to the whole indictment of Lil Durk, recently they added some more charges. There's been tons of speculation about wiretaps, who the snitch is, who's been snitching, and all this other stuff. My whole thing with this situation is that I feel like it was a setup. If this is all, because we got to see as the case develops and the things that happen, right? But if they really did use credit cards and things tied to Lil Durk, I feel like it's such a setup. I feel like there's a paper trail. I don't know. It just blows my mind. That's why I'm like, I don't understand. But we'll have to see more how the case comes out. I dig a little bit further and maybe try to give the whole story. I don't know. But let me know what you think down below with the whole Durk case. Do you think it's a possibility that maybe he could get off like Young Thug? I mean, he didn't get off, but he pled guilty and then, you know, he's home now. Do you think it could be a scenario like that? But let me know down below. What do you think is going to happen? What do you foresee happening? And yeah, yo, I mean, it's a shame. A lot of people lost lives. There's a lot of people hurting on both sides. And financially, everybody's feeling it. So, you know, rest in peace to everybody involved. And, you know, hopefully the best case scenario happens, whatever that may be. So like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new episodes just like these. Deuces.